Hi, my name is Emily Higgin. I'm an occupational therapy student at the University of St. Augustine. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So before we get started, I'm just going to sanitize my hands, and then do you mind if I confirm your name and date of birth?
Yeah, it's Hannah Ferrari, April 20th, 1997.
Great. Do you mind if I confirm with your wristband? Thank you so much. So have you ever had occupational therapy services before?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
What is occupational therapy?
So my job as an occupational therapist is we're going to try to get you back to your full independence and be as functional as possible. See that you have a you have a left tibia fracture. So what we're going to be doing is, since you're non-weight bearing, you're not going to be able to do all of your daily activities or your daily routine as you normally would until you're able to bear more weight onto that leg and get stronger and then get off of the crutches that you'll have. So whenever you have like walking or doing activities, stuff like that, we're going to try to help you be as independent and functional as possible. That way you can do your daily routine as well as possible.
Okay, yeah, because I've been in a lot of pain, so.
Yeah, so we can also work on like pain management and techniques to do that, and then just being able to be more adaptive to your environment. That way you are as independent and functional as possible.
Okay, cool.
So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to kind of build an occupational profile for you. So what that means is we're just going to be like asking some questions, and if that's okay with you, I'm going to take some notes. That way we can cater your occupational therapy services more towards you, and we take a more individualistic approach. And that way everything is catered more to what motivates you and your goals for therapy as well.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, great. I'm sorry. So first of all, just like take me through like a daily routine for you. Like I know you have this accident, so daily life looks a little different. But like prior to this, can you tell me a little bit about your daily routine?
Yeah, so I am a social worker,
Mhm.
and I work at a hospital. So usually my day looks like just walking around, see different clients. The hospital, we have elevators, but usually like I like to take the stairs because I'm a pretty active person. I like to work out, kind of like on my free time. But yeah, usually just like I see probably, I don't know, like 10 to 15 clients a day. So I am walking around a lot, and yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to get back, but like after my accident, it's like I've just been in a lot of pain, and I'm thinking like the amount of walking that I do and the amount of clients that I see, I'm like, will I ever be able to get back there? So I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that we can definitely take into consideration because we want you to remain active and healthy. You know, you're still very young at 35 years old. You know, we want you to get back to that active and healthy lifestyle, so it's something we can definitely work on.
Okay, cool.
Can you tell me a little bit about like your living situation? Like what type of house do you live in?
Yeah, so I am in a 2-story.
Okay.
I have 2 children. I'm married.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so 2-story. We've got stairs. What other things were you looking for?
Do you have any like steps to get inside your house at all?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, awesome.
No, we live in a nice little suburban neighborhood.
Yeah, so whenever you go home, I'm assuming your plan is to go home after you discharge out of here. What about like, is there a place potentially, depending on like your pain and the state that you're in when you get discharged, is there a place for you to potentially maybe stay downstairs, or what floor is your bedroom on?
Yeah, so my husband and I's room is like on the 2nd floor. But we do have like a guest bedroom on the 1st floor.
Okay.
It's kind of cluttered right now because we're using that as storage. But
Gotcha.
I'm hoping that if I'm not really able to make it up the stairs, that I could stay in there. But you know, I guess I've thought about it, but not like super in depth. You know, but I guess that is a good thing to think about.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Because I don't know, like, I feel like I'm gonna like recover quickly just because I'm younger, but I've heard from other people that, you know, it might take a while, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely. Our biggest consideration is we want to make sure that whenever you do make that transition back home, that it's as safe as possible.
Yeah.
Especially with crutches and little ones, that can be kind of hard to navigate. Do you have any small animals at home as well?
No.
Okay, so
no, 2 kids is enough.
I can only imagine. So that is something, you know, we want to take into consideration. Often we don't plan for these things to happen; they just kind of happen.
Yeah.
So we just want to make sure that, you know, you're as safe as possible and comfortable as possible as well. And going up and down the stairs a lot on crutches can be a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we just want to, you know, plan for everything that way. Like, there is a plan in place for whenever we do make that transition.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of work, and is there anything like you like to enjoy? Any hobbies that you have?
Let's see. I like to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I like to spin classes sometimes with my friends.
Nice.
In terms of home, it's kind of hard because I have kids, but if sometimes, like on the weekends, I do like to kind of go out to my garden and plant some new flowers. Like I'll go to Home Depot and just get some flowers. That's really fun. But overall, like, I'm just super busy as a mom, and also like I work full time, so just kind of all over the place sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that can be, you know, difficult is, you know, getting around with your crutches, not only like short distances like around your house, but like longer distances as well. It's like something we want to take into consideration as well. So what, on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, what kind is your pain at right
now? I feel like now it's like an 8.5. Earlier it was like more than that. I'd say like closer to like a 9 or a 10.
Okay. Has it been, you know, pretty manageable since you've been here, or has it still been pretty unmanageable?
Yeah, kind of unmanageable. Like I said, just in a lot of pain. Like I said, I just really want to recover quickly and just kind of get back to doing what I was doing before. This kind of shook me up a little bit, just because, you know, like, I don't know, I'm just like so young, and you always think of like people that are like a little older that's having to this. So,
are there any concerns that you have going home or making that next transition or during your healing process?
A little bit. I mean, my husband obviously has like helped me a lot with the kids right now, obviously just because I'm here, and I think I just get a little worried about, you know, like being a mom and working, like it's very like upbeat, very fast paced. I think I'm worried about transitioning back to being home to taking care of my children, and I think it's going to be a little busy. So I think going home with crutches, you know, I'm a little worried about it, but I guess I'm just like trying to take it day by day.
Okay. So you're more worried about like the fast pacedness of it, and not as much like navigating with crutches, or are you concerned about navigating with crutches as well?
I feel like, I mean, I don't think it'll be that hard with crutches, but like I said, I really am just trying to get rid of the crutches, going back to just walking normally, and but yeah, I think it's going to be a little chaotic, and I'm a little scared, a little nervous, you could say, with that, because I'm just like not used to this, you know.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, it's definitely something that we're going to take into consideration when we go over your treatments. We'll definitely gear your treatments a little bit more to making those transitions and transfers that you'll need to do in daily life. You know, transferring from the bed to the chair, or from the crutches to the bed, or, you know, doing transfers like that you'll have to do every day. Okay. And then hopefully that'll help you be more at ease when making that transfer home, because we do want it to be as easy of a transfer back home as possible.
Great. Yeah, that sounds nice. I want to get out of here.
I bet. So kind of based on like what we've talked about so far, are there any goals that you have, you know, specific goals, or, you know, anything like that? I know getting back home is something that's super important to you.
Yeah, just getting back home to my kids, and getting back to work, you know, like I'm still so young, so I want to be able to see the clients that I normally see, or even new clients. You know, I want to get back into being active again, because health and like working out is really important to me. So, just really taking care of myself.
Very nice. Do you have any other is there anything else that's currently bothering you, besides the leg or anything like that? Do you wear glasses at home, or is there any other health considerations that we need to take part of?
Not that I know of. Like I said, just my leg pain.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any other questions for me as of right now? I know we went through a lot today, so you may not have any right now off the top of your head.
So I kind of feel like I understand what an occupational therapist does, but going forward, after making this occupational profile,
Right.
how will you be able to what are the next steps, or how would you be able to help me? I guess specifically, if you could answer that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we can do is we'll also work with your nursing team. We can schedule treatments around when you get your pain medication, so that whenever we come in to do treatments, your pain will hopefully be a little bit more tolerable and more manageable. That way you won't be in excruciating pain whenever we come in, because sometimes pain can be a factor and if you want to work with us or not. So we can definitely work around the schedules to make that as accommodating as possible.
Okay.
We also want to take into consideration your transfer back home. So we want to make sure that you are strong enough and well enough to get back home to navigate your busy life. We want to make sure that we maintain your precautions of non-weight bearing on your leg. That way we don't, hit a setback and you're here for longer than you need to be, or on crutches longer than you need to be. So we can practice, doing ADLs, which would be grooming or bathing or getting dressed while still accommodating those precautions that you have.
Okay.
We'll also take into consideration you're non-weight bearing on this leg and you have crutches, and driving and doing grocery shopping and things that you do, may not on a daily basis, but weekly things that you may need to do. So we'll take into consideration that as well. That way you do get back to that lifestyle that you've had before as quickly as possible, but also as safely as possible. That way you don't hit any setbacks. So we'll be working with you while you're here. And then if you need further services or feel like you would benefit from having more occupational therapy services, we can talk to the case manager that's here and work with your insurance and try to see if we can get occupational therapy to come to your house and work with you a couple times a week, just working on, refining more of those skills that you may need to work on more, or if there's any other concerns that you have once you get home. If there's things that you didn't think about, we could work on those things as well.
Okay. Great, yeah, that all sounds really awesome. Like I said, I didn't know what occupational therapy was. So.
Absolutely, and that's something that we want to. That's very important to us. Is that what we're going to be doing, and that way you're very involved in this process. And then if there's things that are meaningful to you, or if your goals change, you're oh, I didn't think about this, and you want to change your goal, that we take that into consideration, because we do want to make it as individualized as possible while you're here, and making sure that you're getting the most out of the occupational therapy services.
Okay, great, thank you.
Absolutely. Do you have any more questions?
No.
I think that about wraps it up for today, but if you do have any more, just let us know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.